Alright, hey, welcome back. This video is going to be a breakdown of some film photos that I took in Panajachel, Guatemala. I was just there a few weeks ago for about 12 days, actually mostly in Guatemala City, getting some tattoo work finished out there. Trip was a little bit spur of the moment. It was kind of funny. I was in LA, living there for a few months, and plane tickets to Guatemala City were like $175, $200 round trip. So I was like, well, I can't turn that down. So I pretty much haven't shut up about this trip since I got back. So I'm super excited to go through these photos with you. Grab a drink, grab a coffee, whatever. Let's dive in. So these first few shots are just from in and around the B&B that I was staying in. This place was super cool. On the rooftop they had chickens, which provided fresh eggs for breakfast every morning, which was amazing. Their rooftop had a super cool view. You could see out to Lago de Atitlán, which is the famous lake that Panajachel is located on. So lots of cool stuff, lots of cool views here. These were taken on my Olympus Pen EE3. This is my little half frame kind of walk around camera. It's what I've been using the most lately. I find that the images out of it are just fine for social media, YouTube, whatever. I think I had Fujifilm 400, Superior 400 in this camera. The last thing you should know is that I expose all of these at ISO 200, so these are overexposed by a stop. And as long as I'm in pretty bright sunny conditions, that is my preference. I like to overexpose film, at least color film, by about a stop. It just gives you like a nice desaturated bright look. And it's also really easy to add contrast back into the image in post if you do decide that you need more later. So one thing I really enjoyed about shooting in Panajachel is just the way that the city is set up. So when you get out into the main roads where the shops and restaurants and stores and stuff are, it opens up a little bit. But for the most part, the neighborhoods kind of twist and turn through these like almost alleyways. So it feels a bit like you're wandering through a maze, and it makes for some really cool photos. Even though I am generally a pretty non-confrontational street photographer, I don't look for like Bruce Gilden type in-your-face street photography compositions. I was being extra careful here. I felt super safe and super welcomed as a photographer. I didn't feel like people were hostile towards me or anything like that, but I did learn that in Mayan culture, the head and face are considered sacred, and I just wanted to make sure that I respected people's privacy as I was kind of like wandering around as a tourist. So for these photos, even more than the rest of my work, I tried to keep people super private. I shot a lot of people from behind, people in shadows where you can't really see their face, their identity, just out of respect for them and kind of the small community that Panajachel is. So one cool thing about visiting during May, during springtime, even though it was still pretty hot, kind of more summer weather by my standards, is just all the flowers around the city. So everywhere you look, there are these huge sort of cascading blooms of all kinds of different colored flowers, and some of the streets and alleyways just look like botanic gardens or something. I believe they really only have kind of 2 seasons, and most of the time the weather is super temperate, so feel a bit like spring year-round. So this next set of photos is moving out of the downtown city area and out towards the lake, where people have set up kind of street markets and stalls. And I really enjoyed shooting around there. There was a lot of activity, a lot of tourists, but then also a lot of locals kind of hanging out. So these last couple sets are from my absolute favorite part of the city. This is the downtown sort of main street, I guess you could consider it. Lots of people out and about, tourists leaving hostels, heading back to Guatemala City, just like I was about to do when I was out there this day. I was very hot and very sweaty at this point. It was humid and warm all day, but still managed to snap just a couple extra photos. I had an absolute blast in Guatemala, especially in Panajachel for the couple of days that I was there. I feel so incredibly fortunate and grateful that I had the opportunity to shoot here. It's probably one of the coolest things that I've ever done with a camera. This one was just really, really special to me. So I hope that that comes across in the video and the photos here, but thank you as always for watching. Appreciate your likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff. Without any further ado, I will see you all in the next one.